We're excited to be hosting UVA on Thursday. We've had a great camp thus far, and excited to see what we can do on Thursday night.
Awesome. All right, we'll open it up to questions. Just remember to use the raise hand feature when you are ready. And we'll start it off with Justin Jackson.
All right, Coach, can you hear me?
I can, Justin. How are you?
Great. I'm good. Good morning. How are you doing?
Morning.
Hey, I just kind of wondered, soccer is such a defensive first sport, but how much does it kind of make things easier when you go into a season and you've got your two leading scorers coming back from last year, even though it is such a defensive first kind of sport?
It's always reassuring that we have experience when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net. So we feel that Ajane and Taylor will bring that experience to us, and that's the expectation. I talk a lot about that with upperclassmen, that pressure is a privilege, but it's also the reality that you guys are experienced, and you know the expectation. So I would probably say to you that no coach always feels that we're ready and um, excited that we're kicking off with such a great team like UVA. But having those two, it really reassures me, and I have a lot of confidence going forward in both of them.
And with Taylor, she's obviously a girl that you recruited as a high school prospect. Comes in, works her way up the totem pole, so to speak. Uh, 4 years, and obviously you don't see a lot of that in today's current landscape. So, just how kind of a special of a story is she?
She's incredibly special. You're absolutely right. When you have kids that have trusted the process and have grinded themselves to being a leading goal scorer, really shows that she trusted the development here and the relationships here, and just really loves the team, loves the community, and loves um, obviously the university. So I'm really proud of where T is right now as upcoming senior, and it's going to be really exciting. I do want to share with Ajane though. We might have not got her on the first go, but Lisa Stoya did such a great job recruiting her out of high school that it left a lasting impression on her when she did go into the portal from Oregon. And I think what Lisa did and what Ajane was looking for was a West Virginia family and a West Virginia home where she could do what we believe she could do here.
One last one. I know it's still a few weeks away, but saw on the schedule this year, Marshall's on the schedule. It's
Yeah.
been I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years. Can you just kind of talk about how that got going again? And is this like a one-off, or is this something that might continue in the future?
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to continue. One of Dan Stratz's former assistants is now on staff there, and uh, just had a lot of respect for him and what they're trying to do on the women's side. So, and obviously, they're going to do exactly what the men's program's going to do. They're up and coming, and so I thought it would be a great way to continue an in-state rivalry as we play Pitt, and now we'll play Marshall.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Kevin Kinder, you can go up next.
Hey, Coach. Good morning.
Good morning.
Following up on Taylor and Ajane, better at one-on-one, creating your own chances, good at the end of your build-ups and your set pieces, and what does your offense, do you think, have one strength over another heading into this year?
Um, well, obviously Ajane is probably about 6'1", but so that's an easy scout that she's going to be effective on set pieces. That's our hope. Obviously, T White has a lot of bags of tricks. She can, take you on, isolate you in a 1v1. She can also create an overload. But I think both of them bring a lot of versatility in their game, but also a different balance that they can play off of each other. So I think that will allow us to do some things to generate great attacking moments in that final phase of our attack, and also give us opportunities to be creative and maybe unbalance just a one way to attack mentality.
Looking at your schedule, you're away from home all of September,
Oh,
but then you
horrible.
kind of get a makeup of that for, I think it's what, 6 out of 8 home games later. Is that a fair trade-off? You happy with that, and maybe getting some road
Yeah,
games out of the way first?
as we all know, and not to blame anybody, but we do not get schedules early. So we are going to embrace that, and yeah, I think it's a great balance. But yeah, it's hard when, and we get new opponents, and not to blame the conference and not to blame anybody, but just trying to balance the schedule is always complicated. But hopefully now everything will stay in a situation where we get schedules early, and we can maybe unbalance that, because but it'll be a trade-off, and of course the kids will see that, the team will see that, and feel good that maybe right now we're going to do a lot of bonding on the road, but it'll come back to benefit us down in the next month.
That was my final question on that. You've mentioned in past seasons, hey, the road trips give us a chance to just be with ourselves and doing some of that bonding. One of your points of emphasis for this year?
Absolutely. I mean, it's the landscape we all know is different, and our time to get on the road, we try to make the most of it. And I thought last year our team did a great job, heading out to Arizona State, and some new places, and just seeing how we adapt to new surroundings, and new environments, and new venues. So we will not only embrace the opportunity to bond, but take that all in as quickly as we can, and be effective to get points on the road.
Okay, Quinn, Robbie, you can go up next.
So to kind of look ahead a little bit, you have now a national TV game within the Big 12. How big is that for your program? Because, I mean, you have pretty much built it brick by brick.
It's exciting anytime you're on national TV and you get that type of exposure. We're super excited for that game, and the fans will be able to tell the fans to get out, paint their faces, do some crazy things to get on TV, Quinn. But it's great. It's exciting. It's exciting for our fan base. It's exciting for people that come and support us, and then obviously recruits, and then our team are going to love that opportunity to showcase what they got on national TV.
Nick Farrell.
What's going on? It's good to see you. I'm wondering about your roster. You mentioned recruiting a little bit ago, like prep recruiting, and you have 7 true freshmen on your roster. I guess I'm just curious, has your philosophy changed at all in the portal era about recruiting, developing talent from the start?
All right, Nick, I'm going to work through this because I think I heard you. So you come to West Virginia, I'm going to develop you for 4 years. I'm going to make you the best player you could be. By your senior year, we still believe in development, and that is my passion, to get you to the pros or wherever you want to go, right? And to win. In the portal, why Ajane came was absolutely for that. So she came, she almost tripled her goal production when she came here from her last school. So development is definitely still, I'm still a strong believer in that. I hope I don't lose anybody for the portal, and that kids like Taylor White believe in our process, and will stay and believe that 44 pros come because we have a great process here at West Virginia.
So, Coach, you touched on it a little bit ago about Ajane and her development. Since you have had so many pros come through your program, I imagine like what the measuring stick is to get there. where is she in her development, and what still does she need to accomplish in order to polish certain parts of her game that could translate to the next level?
Yeah, as we know, as a forward, you have to have a skill set, right? You have to be able to hold the balls, finish, create chances. So if she continues to do those three, um, she's really interesting, and I strongly believe that if she continues to do those three things, scouts are really gonna pay attention to her. And I know they're talking right now. As we're going into the season, I have a lot of good conversations with the NWSL and some of the Super League and so on. So I think they're going to be identifying that skill set. And the hunt for a team, the hunt for an individual's consistency. Just do it at a great level and do it at a consistent level, and all those contracts will come.
Kevin, you can go ahead.
Following up on Nick's question, we see this process over and over again after covering sports teams here, especially in the portal now. We understand the benefits of it and the dangers of, kind of bailing out too quickly. Is it difficult for you to go through that process every year, or do you try to find different ways to emphasize, hey, if you stay here, you can really benefit?
Yeah, let's call the elephant out in the room. I mean, there's definitely money that's going to make kids stay nowadays, and that's going to be different than what I'm used to because, I've always preached relationships and West Virginia family and trusting that process. So I hope that the relationships mean something, and if they don't, and if it boils down to some monetary backing, then you can't fault anybody for that. But my hope is my philosophy will evolve also in that because that's the reality we're all facing. But to get back to the relationships, my hope is that they know the importance of me being invited to weddings and the importance of their teammates being in their weddings, and then the importance that my commitment means something to them in their development.
Justin, you can go ahead.
This damn mute button, coach. I can't get used to it here.
I know I got something popping up on my my screen too, and I keep hitting it. So you're good.
So as I opened up asking you about your forwards, your back end of the defense, Mackenzie Smith, obviously coming back in goal. The majority of your games last year. Where are you seeing improvement in her? Like, where is she from last year to this year? And sort of just the back end of your defense, which has always been your strong suit in the past. Is it up to that kind of level of par again this year, do you think?
Well, I sure hope so. But we just lost a pro back there,
Right.
Annika. She just signed pro and she was an all Big 12 player. So that's always hard to replace kids. But we feel that Roxanne Villan, who came in last year and played minutes for us, is also somebody that can do that job and do it well. We do expect big things from Mac, and that those experiences she'll continue to do in training and obviously throughout and keep developing. And we have Naima returning, we have Olivia Schertz returning, we have Gianna returning. So everything, and we all know in this world right now, experience does matter, and all the experiences these kids have had. My hope is that we inject them as quick as we can against a team like Virginia.
And I know preseason polls are really kind of useless, especially in coaches' eyes. But you guys are picked fourth. You obviously got to look at BYU last year, and you know what TCU's about. And Texas Tech obviously's thrown a lot of money into their sports programs.
Yep.
To be in that mix and just the Big 12 as a whole, do you feel good with like where the program's at within the conference standing right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're never satisfied until the end of the year if we finish one. I think polls give you a little bit of confidence, maybe, and I appreciate that our conference voted in that way, and I appreciate the fact that we have been ranked that high in such a great conference. So I don't want to minimize that compliment, because you're right. There is great programs, and for us to be ahead of a lot of those really speaks volumes of our program and what we have going in. But at the end of the day, it's huge for recruits, potentially, and more importantly for me, it's how we finish at the end of the year.
All right. Any other questions for Coach? Okay, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there today. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.